All right. Welcome to the April 28th meeting of the Springfield Township Committee. Notice of this meeting is being held in accordance with Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. An adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Star Ledger, the local source, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the Township website. I would like to welcome Vice Commander, American Legion Post 228, Mark Krause, and his son Judah from Sons of the American Legion, Post 228, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our service members here and abroad. Thank you. Madam Clerk.
Mayor Laufer,
Present.
Deputy Mayor Kaiser is absent. Committeeman Capides,
Here.
Committeeman Huber,
Here.
Committeeman Weber.
Here.
Before we start with proclamations and announcements, I will do our reminder to please speak into the microphones so we don't hear about it on social media. Springfield 55 Plus residence calendar for May is available up on our website and packed with events. Springfield Community Pool membership registration is open and online at www.thesay.org/SCP. Reconciliation, Building the Bridge, Jonathan Dayton High School, is at April 29th, tomorrow, from 7 p.m. to 8:30, the 60th anniversary of the second time Dr. King spoke in Springfield. Pizza with the Police, Wednesday, May 13th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at TD Pizza. That event is always a great event, and a good time is had by all. Overnight parking permission requests will now be accepted online. Please visit www.springfield-nj.us/departments/police. Questions can be directed to traffic at springfield-nj.us. The Union County Board of Elections is seeking Republican and bilingual poll workers for the primary election on June 2nd. The compensation for the day is $300. If you are interested in serving, please apply online at www.ucnj.org/poll worker. Poll worker is one word. Next is the diaper drive at the May 12th meeting to benefit Moms Helping Moms Foundation, a New Jersey-based nonprofit dedicated to providing essential baby supplies to families in need. Next, we're going to proceed to public comment on agenda items only. Seeing none, I'm going to close public comment on agenda items only, and we will move to our reports. Mr. Basicolo, followed by Mr. Lieb and Mr. Betcher.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And Ms. Sherman.
We want to forget you. We had a meeting this past week on the Caldwell work that's being done by the county. Give you an update for the next 2 weeks. 8-inch casing pipe for gas is to be installed. The rebar for the footings is being installed, and they're going to pour the concrete for the footing walls. We're about 30% done. There has been no issues, and we're still on schedule, or the county is, to make June 26th finished date, is what they are telling us presently. If anything changes, we will bring that to you immediately. We did talk about the dog park that is scheduled for across the street. I wanted to let everyone know that we've contacted the water company. We've put in an application in order to get a line to the dog park. Not only that, there'll be water available for the community garden. And that street has got to be paved also, we're going to be doing. I haven't gotten a date back yet from the water company. As soon as I do, there's a 5/8 meter, 15 gallons per minute they're putting in. As soon as I get that, I will let you know. But it should not be too far in the distance. I did want to mention also one thing for the future that we're going to bring to you. Our escrows account, when we do things that requires one of the professionals. We've noticed that our escrow accounts aren't enough to cover sometimes the professionals. What happens is these bills come in after everything is done. So I've asked Craig, we're going to go through, we're going to bring you, and understand, this is not a fee. This is escrow. So if it's not used, the person gets it back. It's not a raise of the fees, it's just to cover the bills that the township gets. Because if we don't get the escrow, we've got to take it out of township money to pay the professionals. So we do want to try to fix that. I did want to touch also on a couple of things with Mr. Betcher while he's here. We started working on the salt dome. We've got GPI is going to be out there. They're going to do all of the surveying and put the pins in so we know where everything is. Then the next step is we'll start clearing the property. Diane is segregating any bill we get for it so that we keep track of what we're spending. Milburn is in to split this with us 50-50. So I think that's going to be a tremendous help for us in the wintertime. Robbie, I'm going to touch on some stuff, just jump in. Recycling center, the new camera system has reduced illegal dumping tremendously up at the pool, at the recycling center. Our detective, Jim Maribel, has been issuing summonses left and right. We've taken them to court, and hopefully it's sending a message, don't dump things you shouldn't be dumping up there. You know, you get fined once, I think it's going to stop most people. You don't want to get in that situation. Our tonnage report is due on April 30th. Mr. Betcher's working on that currently. His service brochure is, what are we doing with that, Robbie?
Well, the service brochure, due to the increasing cost for printing and postage, we decided to print the brochures in-house and have them available in all the township buildings and on the website. And any resident that doesn't have access to a computer, in our travels during the day, if they call up, we actually will deliver one to them. And to date, we've only had 4 requests for that. So the $6,000 we saved on the mailing, I think, was a good idea. And I've also started a DPW article in the Patriot. So every month in that article, we'll have the services at that time of the month, any special events and any other information pertinent that I feel for the residents. So I think the brochure is working out better. It was a good savings of $6,000.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you to Committeeman Kaiser for helping us with the stumps on Morris Avenue. The state could come back and grind those out. We've got some road work being done after the harsh winter. We're out every day filling potholes. The pool parking lot, we've got the food festival, is May 17th. We're working up there also to get that ready. Tree planting, Robbie, why don't you touch on that? Because that was an issue that we had with tree planting, and I know we've made a real effort.
So it was a couple meetings back where there were some comments made that DPW was not fulfilling the quota of trees based on the amount that were being removed. And I believe we supplied the committee with a chart showing that we were in fact planting way more. So I have, my spring planting is coming up. It'll be done over the next week. I have 51 trees going in, and we've removed 5 to date. So it's almost 10-1 right now. And we also had the tree for Arbor Day, and the street that John was talking about, Walbino, that's a DOT project. It's going to be, Walbino and Linding are being paved, and I have 19 trees going in there. So you're talking about 70 trees right off the bat, and we've only removed 5.
Okay.
So we're actually very aggressive with it, and this is only half of our Greening Union County program, and we'll have another round in the fall. And any road project that we do, we squeeze in as many trees as we can. And right now, we're looking at about 18 roads doing this year. So we haven't narrowed them down, but there'll be plenty of tree planting.
Our capital plan for '26 for paving, we've got some streets, and these are potential, we've got to get everything approved first. But we've got in there, we've got Edgewood, Henshaw, Beverly Road, and then we're gonna do with our roadside assistance program, we're looking at Ann Place, Blacks Lane, Q Drive, Center Street, and various sanitation and drainage projects are also included in that. Our CBGB for year 52, we got $93,000 we were awarded recently. So that was a plus again for us for a grant. Duffy's Corner, we're getting closer. They had some more questions, which were answered. So we're hoping to get the 90-day review period over. And then we're hopefully going to be able to put some additional drainage in there so that that lot will no longer flood. Diamond and Lawrence Road are being paved this week, mill and paved this week.
Diamond and Lawrence were milled yesterday, and they're being paved Thursday night.
Right, so this week we'll be done with both.
Yeah, to accommodate some of the businesses over there that can't close.
We did get a New Jersey DOT grant. What we recommended is for Briars Hill Circle. So that was put in. We'll find out what we're awarded for that. We're waiting on that one. Let me see if there's anything else we want to touch on there. We've done very well, actually, with our flow rights. Every year, I think everybody knows, we were getting penalized every year for excessive flow rates. Actually, to year to date, I don't think we've got any right now. And last year, we were down to 9 for the entire year. So we've changed things dramatically. And a lot of that is because we've sealed the manholes, we've gone in, replaced the rings and that type of thing, stopped the I&I, so it's really helped us. Touching on our redevelopment projects, we were on Gomes this past week. The mayor walked through with us, so he may have some comments. They're still a long ways off from getting a CO. We're trying to support them in any way we can, but again, we've got issues, and I can promise you, a lot of the issues are what's called, they're life hazards. So, our construction official certainly is gonna stick strictly to the rules until all those items are fixed. Patriot Way, I don't know if anybody's been past, they actually started the outside of the building, the brick is on and the siding on one side. Looks absolutely beautiful. We're thinking that that's gonna start renting probably sometime in the summer. So they're getting pretty close. Scotty's, we still haven't gotten a redevelopment agreement yet with them. We're waiting on the owner. We're ready to go. He's just not. He's actually toying with the idea of either selling those units or renting them. He hasn't made a decision yet. So until that's done, we can't have the redevelopment agreement finished. So we'll keep you abreast of that. I would like to show you, if I may, Tamara, can you pull up the little video we did? Okay. I just want to show you a little quick video we did. We had our engineer go out just to touch on how our sanitation system works. And Jay's going to post this tomorrow on our website.
It's very eloquent.
It kind of doesn't work when there's no sound.
I think it's because we're showing it on the TV.
All right. So anyhow, it's a kind of a 2-minute video on.
I got it.
Township of Springfield, just like every other municipality, has 2 distinct sewer systems, a sanitary sewer system and a storm sewer system. People often confuse them, but they are distinct systems. The sanitary system...
So I think you get the idea. Yeah, we're going to post it, but it explains to the residents exactly how it works, what you can put in it, what you shouldn't put in it. So, Robbie, you got anything you want to add? I know we're always wrestling with things going...
No, but I did put something online, and it was up on the procedures, what goes in the system, what can't go in the system, what to do in the event of a backup, and so there was some good information out there.
All right. So we'll post the 2 videos tomorrow. If anybody's interested, you're welcome certainly to watch it. We had to get Mr. Disco into hair and makeup before that, so take a look at it when you get a chance. The next thing I'd like to touch on is Oakland Park. Tamara, can you pull up the drawings? All right. So we went to 3 people on state contract to get bids on doing Oakland Park for us. And MRC was the lowest bidder. We're within budget. I just wanted you guys to take a look at what we're proposing. One last thing we do want to add, hopefully, I want to show you, can you pull up that one arch in number 10? Committeeman Weber and I love this arch. Unfortunately, it was so overpriced, it was ridiculous. It blew the budget out. So Robbie's out right now actually looking at some of our vendors to see if somebody could build us something to mirror that. We lost the picture again. So we can build something like that and we'll install it. So you can take a look. I mean, if anybody's got any questions or comments on the design on the park, we're start to finish. We're gonna have one person come in. They'll get it done. We have to have this done by September because that's when the grant is up and we don't want to lose the money. So we got to get this going very soon in order to make the end date.
John, can you give some clarity, please, to why we are using certain vendors and how that whole entire process goes around? That they're not picked by us or
Yeah.
you know?
Let me tell you why we actually settled on kind of the 3 that we looked at. If we were to do this piece by piece, we would have to write a very detailed spec up. We would have to send it out to 3 people for each item to bid on. We'd have to open up the bids and then award, and let's just say for argument's sake, the shelters for the shade. So then we would have to issue a PO for just the shelters. We'd have to do that with every item. The other part of it is that we really felt overwhelmed, to be honest with you, is then one of us would have to try to coordinate who comes in when, so we're not tripping over each other to make sure that the right thing is installed at the right time. So what we did is we looked at the state contract. There were 3 vendors that are on the state contract. They can do everything from start to finish. So we went out to the 3 of them. The person that you see here, which is MRC, was the lowest one. They're within the budget. So that's kind of how we settled on them. Honestly, we did like their design the best also. I think they did a very nice job on the park. And again, it's small, so it's, we were trying not to overwhelm it, but we wanted to make sure that there was something for everyone. There's shade, hopefully there's enough seating. We've got a little area there that if somebody on a nice summer night wants to, I don't know, bring their guitar and sit there and entertain people, we've got a little spot for that too. So that's kind of what led to MRC.
Can we also post on social media for the DPW brochures?
Sure.
I think, because I know people look at them and like them.
Yep.
For the Scotty's redevelopment property, I think in the planning board, we gave them 90 days to come up with
Yeah.
a redevelopment agreement with the
Yeah.
town. Otherwise,
We'll have to, we don't want to start over. We're trying to
no,
encourage them to get going.
have they made any headway?
I've talked to our attorney. He's got the redevelopment agreement ready, just minus,
The sale or
wording.
rent, but I mean, at some level,
I haven't talked to Wayne this past week. I will
they
call
really
him.
do need to decide.
I totally agree. I will
Otherwise-
call him again.
And that was all I had.
Would you like to, Mr. Mayor?
I will, I just want to open it up to,
I'm sorry. Anybody have any questions up here on the park that I can answer for you?
or anything on
anything
on
else.
John's report.
I got a few comments real quick.
Sure.
I'll take 'em. Number one, please never mention flow rights again. That was, for 3 years, that was like the biggest thing in the world.
Since I've been up here, when I started here, it was way over.
Yeah,
Pay a fortune for the flow rights.
I think it was glossed over a little bit too much in terms of, and the reason I'm mentioning it is because we were at a few $100,000 at one point. Am I correct on that?
Multiple times.
Multiple times, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but you actually weren't paying the overage.
But we had to invest that money in the system.
Right. We had
So
to-
if we got penalized $100,000, we had to show we spent
We
$100,000.
had to show the expenditures.
Right.
Which we did, so it did offset the.
But it's much better to be in the position we're in now, that we're not getting all those exceedances. And that really comes from all the work we've done over the past 5, 6 years.
Yeah, we've made it.
And don't forget, we bought a bunch of extra flow rights also.
Well, but there were questions years back on why we were buying scoping machines and flow rights and everything
We
else.
had this whole town meter.
Right.
And we did it in 3 sections, and we could
Yep.
find when we had an extreme rain where we were getting a lot of infiltration in, and we made the repairs. So at its worst, we were at 93 exceedances, I believe.
Yeah.
In 1 year, and it's down to,
I think we're 6 or something last year. It was real low.
93 to 6, and the reason I wanted to bring that up was because, yeah, sure, government works slow sometimes, right? I mean, sometimes it's not the fastest thing in the entire world, but when you have to cover 207 streets or something like that, I don't remember what it is, 200-plus streets, and you have to monitor every single manhole and every single sanitary line,
miles of sewer line.
50 miles of sewer line, one section at a time.
Yeah.
It took a while, but we went from 93 exceedances down to 6.
I believe this year we're at 0, I think.
I think so far, yeah.
So,
Yeah, we came a long way.
a long way. I just wanted to bring that up, number one. Number two, Environmental Commission. Listen, 200 some odd streets also, you're not gonna see every tree that's planted. We've kind of been bickering, but I'm the liaison to the Environmental Commission, right? And I've kind of been bickering with them back and forth on the amount of trees that have been planted versus what some people think they see as trees planted. The fact of the matter is, we can show that the trees are planted.
In the location and the trees.
Right, just because you don't drive down a specific main street, they're being put up. They're not being hidden, that's for sure. So that's that.
Committeeman Weber, before you leave that, if I may,
Please,
a couple years ago, we didn't have the tree fund that we have now. We've got money that we've taken out of that to put more trees in. And what do we still have left, Robbie? I think we had 37,000,
We had 47, I believe.
47. I mean, we had 0
Right.
only a couple years ago.
and that's just from us establishing the
Fees
permits
for,
and the fees.
exactly.
That's from the
Everything.
ordinance.
Yep, the tree.
But again, understand, that money gets pumped back into the community.
Right.
Because we're replacing trees with it.
Well, that's why, again, social media, money grab by the township. It's not a money grab by the township. It is something that if we didn't put a monetary assessment to it, people would just keep cutting these things down. We'd have no money to replenish them. And now we're sitting on money and we've replenished all of them, okay? The paving on these roads. We still have the 3-year agreement with them. If they dig up this road,
We have a moratorium on several of the roads that are out there, and we've been going over them with the water company. They just sent us, we sent out what's called head of paving, because they're coming in to do test pits, they're gonna be doing valves again. So anything that's under moratorium, they have to make, they infrared it, which is not like a pave, brand new, but it's much better than what a patch is on a road that's outside the moratorium. So, and of course, anything that's an emergency, there's no way to get around it. Water main break, gas leak, it is what it is. But if it is under moratorium, they're still required to do the infrared on it.
so we're pretty safe then that whatever we're paving at this point, they're not gonna be tearing up again.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They're always looking to do something. They're always upgrading their pipes and meters, so it's a battle with them all the time.
But they do notify us ahead of time what they're thinking of doing.
Yes, I just got their list of them from the streets.
And our engineer goes over that list and tells them what roads are under moratorium. So we do work together with them on it.
And we also give them the list of streets that we're doing like this year.
Right.
So they'll maybe switch off and come in and hit all those streets prior to us paving them.
And the only final thing I have is on the Oakland Park thing is, thank you for clarifying that. No one's getting rich off this. None of us own any stake in any contractors that are developing Oakland Park or whatever. We tried to find a proper balance between a hardscape and a greenscape that handled the water, that kept a lot of shade in there, that replaced all those scraggly-looking things that were there that our forester went over and said it was okay to cut down. And unfortunately, some things come with a government price tag that we can't do anything about. And I think the best compromise was to put a hold on the solid roof structures.
Yeah. We just couldn't swing it.
We'll revisit them at another time, but right now, I will tell you that I think MRC did a really nice job on this. And will these be posted online?
We can certainly do that, of course.
Yes, please.
You got it.
Thank you, I'm done.
I just have two comments, and the first, I just kind of want to repeat what Committeeman Weber said. I know that's not probably the sexiest topic in the world, but I can't tell you how much we're really doing well with the flood rights and how much this town, for the last probably 10 years, made a real effort to really try to solve this problem. Whether it be the in-house things that we did as the DPW would look through the sewer systems, the shared services we have with Milburn for a camera system, fees that we raised for relative to sewer relations as far as residents moving out of town. We've raised some fees for that. And I do remember, being in the car with, I think you were mayor at the time, and Mr. Quick. And we do have to give a shout out to Garwood, who was very generous in not,
So, yes.
in selling us, yes.
we paid
Well,
for
just
them.
coming to the table.
They were very kind to take our money, yes.
Yes, very kind to
Super
take our
nice.
money, and they knew that we were in
No,
need.
There was a couple towns that wouldn't.
And they
do
were
it.
very, very helpful, and it was a good,
Right.
good conversation, and, these are the things that, again, 10 years ago, you're gonna say, oh, what's the big deal? This is a, not a minimal amount of money, but, 10 years later, you see what we did this for and what the advantage of doing something like this was for, so I appreciate everybody's efforts. And I love the design, and just a thought, as many of you know, my other job is an administrator for a vocational school, but I know that the arch, and I like it too, is a nice touch, but maybe we can get in touch with the Union County Vocational School and see if their, construction program or woodshop program, green building trades, has some time that they might be able to put something together for us. In Bergen County, we do service projects for the county, all the municipalities all the time, and, I don't think it hurts to ask the question if they may
Not at all.
help us out.
100%.
Can I add one thing to the flow rights, because you touched on something? If you remember, we did not have a sewer, our sewer connection fee was, at the time, was $25. And what we saw was that, let's take an apartment building like the Metropolitan or Gomes. We had one connection fee for $25. Well, we changed that, we put a new ordinance in place, and those apartments brought us in $400,000, which paid for the flow rights that we needed, because we changed the structure on the fees for it. So that really helped us tremendously.
Also, people don't realize that when I first came on here, and we were for flow rights, committees before that could have gotten them for like next to nothing. And Garwood, as Chris said, Garwood was one of the only towns that would even sell us some of theirs. For whatever, I don't even know what price, I forget what price
The
it was.
history of that goes back, because Springfield had a lot more farms at the time. So when flow rights originally came out, they were able to buy them, but they bought so few because there weren't that many people here. But as time went on, the town grew, they never got any more flow rights. So we were still operating like it was, 75, 100 years ago. We were fortunate that Garwood had them, we were able to purchase them.
Do you ever think we'll be in the position where we will be able to sell flow rights, or we're using what?
Now,
Oh,
No.
Not with everything going on.
No.
Not with the, state things, no,
now,
no.
But but just going back to the park, if you need, some help navigating that or
Sure.
reaching out to the school, I've been more than happy to help you with that, to see if maybe, again, it doesn't hurt to ask the question if the class.
Not at all.
Might be interested in doing a service project for Springfield.
Call me tomorrow. Let's do it.
It doesn't really matter the timeliness, and we can have it as part of our.
Perfect. Call me tomorrow. Any other questions or anything?
No,
Good,
that's it.
thank you.
So before we move on to Adam and Jen's report, who have been waiting incredibly patiently, wanted to make an announcement to everybody, and I'll follow it up with a social media post. So we've been approached by a developer, and John has been working really hard on this, as well as our bid. And we've been in contact with the developer about hoping to put a Starbucks in at the Bank of America property, which was slated for housing. We're not there yet, but I mean, we're working very closely with the reps from Starbucks, with the property owner, to try and make sure he has the flexibility to bring what would be a great addition to the Morris Avenue corridor of the town. And I've been plugged in on this project every step of the way, spoken with the property owner, spoken with several other people, and, you know, hopefully we'll be able to get a Starbucks on Morris Avenue as the gateway to our town, and that would be huge, and hopefully that will attract, you know, tons of other businesses, both small and large, to the Morris Avenue corridor, and hopefully, you know, this is within the next couple of years, and, you know, knock on wood, Starbucks won't take as long as Gomes to create, but you know, hopefully within the next year or two, the downtown Morris Avenue corridor of Springfield will be a totally different looking place. And we're really excited about the prospect and working with the property owner on that project. Adam, tough act to follow. Go.
You mean Starbucks or you?
Yeah, no, Starbucks, not me.
Good evening, everybody. Just a few highlights of my report. The first is probably the most timely, which is the pool opening in 1 month. Every day between the Public Works Department, Recreation, and the YMCA, even the fire department was down there today doing their final inspection. We're moving forward with getting the pool open. The baby pool is probably the most noticeable. It's been completely repainted and the tiles reset. It looks really nice. The main pool held great over the off-season. We just need some washing and drainage of the water. We're going to do the fill probably next week. And the YMCA just started installing their mini golf course, which I think they've previously announced that they're going to be installing back where the bocce court used to be, as a new amenity for the pool members and the campers this summer. I think it's going to be shaded and behind the old swim team starting blocks. Over on the recreation side of things, I think since my last report here at the meeting, we opened up the Henshaw Park Playground, which was funded partially by the county from the 2025 Kids Recreation Trust Fund grant and the township. So if you haven't been down to Henshaw, I mean, the purple and the green and the yellow, I think, look tremendous. We also put all new wood carpet down. There's, I think, multiple slides. There's a bridge, it's shaded, there's climbing structures, there's ground play structures, so it's appropriate for kids 5 to 12 of all different abilities. So I think the park looks great. Also, we are planning Chisholm Playground Camp, which is going to open in about 2 months. We already have about 8 weeks, a little over half filled, with 2 bonus weeks at the end of the summer. So we have 10 weeks of camp, not just through our program, but through 4 different private partners who take over afternoon camp and the end of the summer camp. So we have magic going on. We have a science camp and Lego and Pokemon camp, and then sports camps at the end of the summer. So 10 full weeks. On the senior citizen side of things, we're planning for a June event where I think some of the town officials in this room were invited to address the senior citizens. We also have 4 or 5 bus trips that are being planned, one of which is tomorrow. Just a full calendar, which you have in front of you.
When are you guys going to Wind Creek, you know?
We just went to Wind Creek, I think about a month ago, and we had some lucky people come back. So we go to Wind Creek like 3 or 4 times a year. So, any questions on my report? I'm happy to answer.
No, I just want to compliment you on the park. Obviously, I live on that street and I pass that park every day, and I love how the playground has always been kind of like set back into the park, but the purple and the theme of the colors that were used really makes that space pop, and it's, you know, it's great to pull up and see, and nice job.
Thank you.
New hires, we're still looking for people to work part-time?
Right, so you have on the agenda tonight one person to be a recreation assistant with the priority hours being after school. So starting as soon as FMG and Dayton get out. We try to have at least one person in the lobby every weekday, obviously in addition to weekends when we're open and special events, but that was our focus. So in addition to that one person, if we have other qualified applicants who we interview and can present to you, I think I have the ability to present at least one more person to you. Unfortunately, that didn't happen at your last meeting, so this is the next step, and there will be, hopefully an additional person.
All right, so if anybody's listening out there, if anybody's interested in a position at the rec center, get over to Adam and have a talk with him. Pool, leaks, and the slide. This thing's absolutely working this year.
It worked last summer, and
Making sure.
if everything continues like that, it will work this summer.
Baby pool, leak-free?
So the baby pool, look, the pools are, 60, 70 years old, there will be water loss occasionally. We've had a contractor at the baby pool almost every summer to camera it, to excavate, to seal pipe joints, valves. So there's a chance that might happen again. We're not expecting it to, but when we open up, we take a look at the water loss. Robert and myself and John and Mike Disco met with the YMCA, and we talked about a way that we're going to be able to help them determine how much water is going in and out of the baby pool. So we're going to put that new plan in place this summer that will help us. But look, there's no guarantees, but we had a great summer last year when it came to leaks. So.
Also, I want everybody to realize that for the older people in town, which I'm one of them, but they have a bus service for everybody. If you have to go to a doctor in town or go to ShopRite, something like that, it's there. It's there for you. So, I mean, we pick up, I don't know where they pick up, I guess they pick up at the house, I don't even, we pick up at the house, and they drive you to the doctor, anything. So I want the people to use it. And we have bus drivers, right? So, but it's every day, right? 5 days a week, usually.
Yep. Any resident 55 years of age or older can use our bus Monday through Friday. Like the committeeman said, any appointment within Springfield, we go to 3 supermarkets, doctor's offices, physical therapy, the community center, the pool, we can take you to the library, town hall to pay your taxes, the post office, beauty salons. It's a free service. We have 2 drivers running from 8:45 until anywhere between 2:30 and 3:30 every day. All we ask is that you fill out an emergency contact sheet and call our office at least a day before your appointment. And
Wait, I'm 55. You can drive me around all of Springfield right now? I can get rid of my car, like we can do this?
you want us to?
With the price of gas.
Yeah, with the price of gas, we're going to ShopRite tomorrow.
We have people walk in our office the day after their 55th birthday to sign up for the exercise room to ask us about the bus, so.
It's fantastic.
And the lunches are nice. I've been to a few.
Rich and I will be on there tomorrow.
Adam, we just recently applied for a state grant. Do you have any updates on that?
Funny you should mention that. Just recently, the state of New Jersey approved the community affairs grants. I think it was about $10 million of total grants to municipalities, school districts, and we were fortunate to get just under $70,000 just awarded, which is earmarked for our proposed Irwin Park tennis court reconstruction project.
Nice.
So we were really happy about that. We're just obviously announcing it tonight with you mentioning that and me touching on it. Hopefully with township funds and with Union County funds that we're expecting to get, hopefully by the fall, we'll be able to reconstruct the 4 courts at Irwin Park, repaint them, stripe them for both tennis and pickleball. If all goes well with putting all of the money together and going out to bid and doing the work, as most of our projects reopen in the spring, we would expect this to open April or May of 2027.
Okay,
Good news.
great. Really tough act to follow now, Jen.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, my name is Jennifer Sherman. I am the Springfield Tax Assessor. You can reach me, you can go on the website, you can reach me via email, or I'm in the office from 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. You can give me a phone call, 973-912-2207. It's all on the website. Just a few highlights of the things I do monthly. I do process all the deeds and maintain ownership and local property tax deductions and all exemptions. I perform field inspections. I review and analyze and defend all tax assessments in the town of Springfield. We have 5,206 taxable line items in Springfield. So I maintain tax assessments. Any questions?
What was the number?
That's only
5,206.
taxable, only taxable ones. I did not include exemptions or any other. 5,206. That's commercial and residential.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. All right, moving right along, we have minutes. Is there a motion to approve?
Sure, I'll make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of March 10th, 2026 as emailed.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right. Ordinances, we're on, we have one on second reading, one on first reading. Madam Clerk, can you read the ordinance on second reading?
Ordinance 2026-06. This ordinance is to establish a cap bank for the calendar year 2026 pursuant to NJSA 48:4-45.14.
Go ahead.
Make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-06 as read by Madam Clerk, publicized on the Township website as of April 30th, 2026.
I second.
Okay,
We have to do this, explain to them.
Yeah.
We have.
so we've now entered the public hearing on the ordinance, so just so everybody knows, we do this every year. This allows us to expend money on capital projects. No? Diane?
No, based on the 1979-ish law, we are limited to a cap limit of 2%. This allows us to extend it up to 3.5%. And if we don't use it, it gives us the ability to bank that money should we need it in the future.
Okay.
So it's a budgeting tool,
Yeah. So I sit here corrected.
Thank you.
anytime.
Thanks, Diane. And we do this every year? Okay. Are there any members of the public that would like to be heard on this ordinance? Okay. Seeing none, we're going to close public hearing. Madam Clerk?
Committeeman Weber,
Yes.
Committeeman Capides,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber,
Yes.
Mayor Lauer.
Yes.
We have a first reading for ordinance
Yes, we do.
2607. This ordinance amends various provisions of the Township Code regarding snow and ice treatment and removal.
I make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 2026-07 as read by Madam Clerk for publication on the Township website April 30th, 2026, with a final hearing on May 12th, 2026.
Second.
Is there any discussion on this ordinance up here?
Not to take anything away from Mr. Dowd, but, obviously, over the snowstorm, not to go over the whole thing again, but we had talked about some of the issues that we were having in town, whether there were either residents or other entities doing not the right thing with snow removal from their properties and whatnot. So I had Mr. Dowd take a look at the ordinance, and through his guidance, we were able to make some changes to it that makes this a little bit more advantageous for those people who break the rules to follow them. Some of the things that we've done is take away some warnings, make the penalties a little bit stiffer, and this speaks to, public safety enforcement and to make sure that we're not, we're all doing the right thing in the faces of emergency. I think the only thing that we have to talk about, and we obviously have some time to do it, is the enforcement. Who would be the right person on the spot in the area while we have a storm going on? If there's someone, an entity or a resident that does some type of violation, who would be doing the enforcement at that time? But we have some time to figure that out. But I want to thank Mr. Dowd for his work on this, and this is a long time coming, and I think we were all in agreement at the time that a stiffer and more, a bigger deterrent was more than appropriate at this time, based on what we saw this past winter.
1,000%. Craig, anything to add?
No, Mayor, nothing from here unless there are any specific questions. Be happy to answer them.
Okay. Do we have any questions?
No.
All right. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Laufer?
Yes. Resolutions, please let me know if you'd like any of them pulled. 2026-129, 2026-130, 2026-131, 2026-132, 2026-133, 2026-134, 2026-135, 2026-136.
Pull it.
Okay. 2026-137, 2026-138, 2026-139, 2026-140, 2026-141, 2026-142. Is there a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolutions 2026-129 through 135 and 2026-137 through 142.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Resolution 2026-136. This resolution authorizes the waiver of certain application fees.
What do you gotta do? I'll tell you why I pulled it. Oh, the reason I pulled it is because anytime we waive it, we talk about it up here anyway, so why do we have a resolution on it? I mean, we for the synagogue, the church, anything, we always,
Well, this is a particular project.
what project?
It is 212 South Springfield Avenue, within the determined subject qualifies for the exemption. So we're giving them the exemption that they qualify for, to promote disabled accessibility for persons exhausting for entering and exiting a public or private structure.
Do you know who it is for, though?
We don't always, especially when it's an exemption of this type, we don't always put the name in, because it's a disability-based waiver, which is.
When I read it, I just questioned it because I said, why are we just, to me, it's a general thing.
Yeah, who's it for?
I don't think it should be general.
Correct.
And last month, we waived the, I believe it was the zoning fee for like $36.
Oh, okay.
Same property, same project, but different, they came in for
I just-
different fees at
That's
different
the only
times.
question I had about it.
It is a residence.
Okay. That,
Yeah, and I don't think we could just do a blank, I understand that
When I read it, I was-
making, but I don't think we could do just a blanket.
Yeah.
Because it depends on the circumstance.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yeah.
Committeeman Weber?
yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Mayor Laufer?
Yes. All right. Moving right along to finance.
Ooh, do I get to do his favorite part?
Chris,
I
Go
would
with it.
Make a motion to adopt the payroll, to approve the payroll and invoices for the period of April 15, 2026 through April 28, 2026 in the amount of $11,168,094.91.
You want me to second that?
living on the edge.
I'm doing on behalf of Alex, so do whatever you want.
Yeah, second it.
Madam Clerk?
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Laufer?
Yes. We have no correspondence, and now I would like to open up the floor for public comment on any governmental issue. Any member of the public who would like to speak to the governing body on any governmental issue can do so at this time.
Yes.
Yes, if you want to come up, now would be the time. When you come up, please give your name and address, and you have 4 minutes to speak.
Evening. My name is
It's the
Evelyn.
mic.
Do me a favor, can you just,
My name is Evelyn Chait. I live at 47 Shelley Road.
Thank you.
I have lived there, moved here to Springfield in 1979. I raised my children here, and I am a resident. I'm planning to stay. I have 2 concerns that I need to bring to your attention as a 91-year-old senior citizen. The first reason why I am here is I have been wanting to attend the Reverend and Rabbi event, only to find out that it has been rescheduled to tomorrow when the senior citizens are having this wonderful trip. So therefore, of course, those of us who have paid for the trip are going on the trip.
Sure.
Doesn't one agency contact another to find out if you are stepping on anybody's toes? I don't get it. Okay, but let me finish. Also, in the Patriot Times, it lacked the place and the time. Not that I can attend, because I'm going to the show tomorrow, but it does lack the place and the time. Now, I understand that people go on Facebook, but that's another thing. If you go to the senior citizen meetings, you will find that most of the people there have flip phones. They don't know from all this modern stuff that you people have learned so quickly. And they don't want to learn. And to tell you the truth, I'm 91. I don't want to learn half the stuff either. Anyway, also, this one thing that really bothers me is now we're being told in the Springfield paper that if we need to park our cars overnight in the street, we shouldn't call the police department anymore. Now, I value the first aid and the police and the fire department. My older son is a first responder. I know the kind of work they do. And I treasure the time that they give to us. But how can we call the police if we don't have a computer? It's like you're zeroing in on seniors, and the seniors that are here to stay, because most of us, like me, have been here almost our whole lives. So I would really like, and the thought of it came to me because I'm getting ready to do a new driveway. I have a computer. I know how to use it, but I have friends that don't have computers and that don't do Facebook. I don't do Facebook because I'm not interested in that stuff. So I would appreciate if, in the future, you took the time to come to a meeting once a month, meet some of the older folks like me, and see what we do. We have a great time, but we don't do the modern stuff. So thank you for hearing me out,
Before you go,
and I hope you will
Yeah,
take into consideration some of the points that I've just made.
may I just say?
please go first.
Chief, can this woman or anybody else, a senior citizen, can they call the police department during the day? And somebody's at the desk, am I correct?
Currently, until we switch over.
I know.
Whenever that switch over with the county is gonna be.
For right now, you can call up and a police officer will answer the phone and they'll take your information and we'll take care of it.
So what do you say? Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
In other words, like if you're getting your driveway done, say next week, 2 weeks, I'm just saying, if you call the police department here, someone will pick up the phone, someone will write it down and they'll take care of it. Okay for you?
I mean,
If not, you can yell at me at one of the
listen,
meetings.
I have a computer. I personally
Yeah.
can email. But, I took care of my dad until he was almost 90. I had to fight for him every step of the way. And I guess the fight is still in me because I know what people can and can't do. And when you guys get together, you're thinking of the modern.
I'm with you, I'm on your side. My daughter does all my computer stuff.
I just don't want the seniors to get pushed
will
to the
get shut
side.
out.
Yep.
Okay?
And
Thank you
Chief,
all.
I mean, that is
Thank you
something
very much.
I brought up in terms of overnight parking. We need to have a solution for that. And Ms. Chait, I just want to, no problem. No, it's okay. No, not at all. I'm actually really happy people decided to come to the meeting, so thank you for coming. In terms of the Reverend and the Rabbi, we're on its 5th date. It was rescheduled 4 times. So I apologize for the miscommunication. It was quite frankly a matter of scheduling with the 2 people that were, doing the program. And it was scheduled for February, and the 2 people just kind of said, take it or leave it. And we took it, but you are absolutely right. And in terms of getting information in the Patriot, because a ton of people read it, we'll do better on that. So thank you.
Now, just tell me, I don't know what time we will be back from the show tomorrow, or if the seniors going will have the strength to do a second thing the day. But where is it and what time is it?
It's at Dayton.
At Dayton?
It starts at 7 p.m.
Okay, well, we'll have to see how it goes.
Absolutely.
What are you going to
Defend
see?
the paper.
Yeah, what are you going to see?
What are you going to see tomorrow?
Oh, you know what, we're going to someplace,
Casino.
I've never done this before, but I plan on doing it more often. We're going to a theater in Pennsylvania. I don't
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Bucks County?
On 70, right off 70.
Oh, Hunterton. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
going to have all Hammerstein music.
Very cool.
And lunch.
Yeah.
And,
See, the paper can only print what the paper, the Patriot, or the paper we get delivered to you. The paper that you get delivered with all information into it.
yeah.
But they print what the people call in and tell them. They don't, like you ask for more information. They get the information from the people, whoever calls in, and that's it.
well, maybe you guys should, not me, have a senior citizen who can advise you of what the needs are of the seniors, because you've got a lot of senior citizens in this town.
I know.
You do, really.
You're right.
If I can
Thank
add to
you for
that,
hearing me.
I know we have our special services officers going to one of the senior meetings coming up, specifically to talk about the 2 to 6 and other issues and listen to, issues that the seniors have as well. So they will be attending those meetings.
Sometime, they have a meeting the last Thursday of every month at the community center.
Yes.
And perhaps you could make a little time to come and speak and meet some of the people, because they really get a pretty big turnout, because they give lunch and they usually have a nice program. And it's really a very lovely afternoon. And all it costs the seniors is $30 if you live in town for the whole year. And you should try, if you can, come one Thursday, meet people, and I think you would be very impressed with the level of the seniors mentally.
Well, I've been to a few, and I go around to the tables, and they've said the president, and I forget her name, but she said, if anybody's any questions, I'm here. Rich Huber's here. And I go around, and I've talked to a few tables that have seen me, but I won't be there this week. Oh, it's not just,
I have to tell you, Adam is so loves Adam. And I know Adam since he was a little kid. I've been here that long. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Gail Donner, 18 Richland Drive, Springfield. I've come back to discuss my pros and cons for Judaism in Springfield. When I was here last time, the mayor was kind enough to ask me to call the Board of Education to ask them if they have a place for Chabad when they're closed. After careful consideration, I do most of my thinking when I'm alone, I was wondering, what about the community center? That's the name of it, community. Jewish people are part of the community. I would like to see, and I don't think I should be working alone, I'll ask any one of you gentlemen on the panel to help me get across a place in the community center for Chabad during the holidays. Chabad's great, but it gets cold and it rains when we're outside. That was my first request. And then, Mayor, I stood here and I was nervous last time, which I'm not tonight, thank God. And when I discussed parking on the Jewish holidays, you said, and I don't know, I'm not asking you, but you said the Jewish people like to walk to and from shul. As a member of 14 to 16 years of Congregation Israel, which I'm no longer a member, there's a lot of people that drive now. They park behind the police car. So on that substance and other substances that happen in the city, I would like to see on the Jewish holidays, maybe not so many do not. And I thank you, each and every one of you, for listening, but I would like the community center to be part of the community and welcome the Jewish people. And also, which being a senior just came to mind, separate is not equal to. I believe that strongly. I taught math. I would like to see if we can hold the menorah in the park and do something for more than 8 days, or if it can't be up for the month, why can't we put a menorah at the community center? And anybody that wants to call me, I'm available. I'll discuss it with each and every one of you, but I feel strongly that every Jew in town has as much right as a Catholic or Christian member of this town to identify with their holiday. And thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Donner. I would, okay. So want to address a couple things you said, Ms. Donner. So Chisholm is used by Chabad. They do their annual Purim celebration all the time. They've worked with the recreation department for years. They don't use it for the high holidays because it's not walkable from his house, and they are restricted in terms of using and operating a car during the high holidays, and that's how Chabad celebrates, the high holidays. I will personally call the superintendent and see if they're open for the possibility of Sandmeyer or Walton, because those are really the only two schools that are walkable from Chabad. But I will make that call. That's not a problem. In terms of the no parking, the parking during the high holidays that's done at Congregation Israel, they don't move the cars during the holidays. I mean, they're covered by bollards. So they don't, the driveway does not get use during the high holidays. There's a car there for security. And I will, closer to the high holidays, I will talk to Chief Cook and look at the I will look for that. And in terms of the menorah, like I said last meeting, we're gonna try and scale up Hanukkah from previous years. And I wrote a note for a possible menorah at Chisholm. Really appreciate your feedback. Thank you. Anybody else for public comment? Okay. Seeing none, we're gonna close public comment. Would anybody on the dais like to say anything? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We're adjourned.